Hello, so in this video we'll show you how we built our infinite shower system for car camping. If you like this video, please subscribe, that will help to create more content. The shower system consists of a curtain at the bottom, and there's a bag where we collect the water of the shower itself, and as you can see there's a constant stream going on. So it's perfect for car camping, it's lightweight, doesn't take too much space. So stay tuned and let's dive into it. The first step is to set up the shower frame. So we used old poles that we had at home, and with some wood at the top we drilled some holes the size of the poles at different angles. The drilled holes are used to support the frame, and these piece of wood goes underneath the roof rail that allows to stabilize it. We have built different angle, allowing different height of the shower. The next step is to set up the shower curtain. We found at the local store a waterproof balcony curtain that we actually cut and sewed, and we also created some holes. These holes are used to enter the poles at the top of it. So once you enter the pole inside the loops that we created, the actual curtain will be held. No matter if it's windy, these curtain will just stay in place. There's no way it's gonna be flying away like pop-up tents that actually are hard to dry out, and you have to fold them. We haven't tried them. We preferred to build our own solution, as there was some negative reviews about these pop-up tents. They fly away when there's too much wind. It's hard to dry. The floor is not open as our solution. So yeah. With one side done, we can attach the pole together with some plumbing hardware. We need to do a few improvements on attaching the system, but it doesn't take too long. But there's for sure a few improvements that we will be doing in the future. The major issue we have here is actually the loop that we created. I think we should probably do something that is going around and then we can attach, so that we don't need to get these poles inside the loops, which is a little bit complex, as you can see. Things fell down a bit, but anyway. The pole goes inside the plumbing system and they attach together. There's a middle one that will be used to hold the shower head. So here we're just going through the loops again, which is, like I said, not the best idea, but it worked. With the front done, we can do the left side, and we'll just enter the loop again, and then we'll be done. For the privacy waterproof curtain, and we'll just attach these poles together with the plumbing hardware. The first version, and we had did the front, there was a pole that we could put at the front of it to make sure it's a proper height and stay in place. But with the different angles, we don't really need it anymore. The next step is to attach the side of it to the wheel tire. This will allow the curtain to stay in place even though if it's windy. Now that we have done the curtain and the frame, we have some piece of wood. These pieces fit together and they don't take too much space in the SUV. We can attach the two sides together with the custom floor that will hold the two sides together, making sure that they don't fall off on each side and that it's stable. One of the reasons of it is we've created some holes that goes on the 2x4, and basically it's kind of tight so that it's just not gonna move. Since it's so tight, it's gonna be stable, and we have also to have to test it out, so one way to test it out is to actually jump on it. Well, maybe not jump, but get on it, see if it's stable. You know, it's not too bad. To add more stability to it, we add other pieces that we can put on the front of it. The same way, we create some square hole 2x4 that we can fit to get like in front of it, so that will add some stability. We can put the shower floor underneath, and we will be able to use the remaining pieces to actually put the water system in place. At the top, we drilled a 3/4 inch for the garden hose adapter. We use a aquarium pump. I think that was a 20 gallon aquarium pump. They fit together and will be used to push the water from the recipient to the shower head. Our old aquarium had a filter, so we're using it to filter the water, and that will be used to make sure that the water is clean when we are showering multiple people, one after the other one. Using plumbing hardware, we attach them together to the pump, and we're almost ready to go to put the water in. So now let's place the shower head. Now we can attach the shower head to the middle pole at the top of the shower. To do that, we just go inside the shower and get the shower head inside, and then attach it to the middle pole at the top. We were actually lucky. The shower head was fitting perfectly with our pole. Awesome. These dollar clips, we clip them to the floor. That will make sure the curtain stays in place and that the water goes back into the recipient to provide infinite water. We can heat some water, make sure it's not too warm because you don't want to burn yourself. Before it's boiling, place your hand inside it to test the water. You don't want the water to be too hot and burn yourself, you know. You can now place some water from the river. We actually heated some of it, by the way, because it was way too cold in Banff. Then you can add the hot water and make sure that you have your desired temperature. While we're testing out, we had to do some minor adjustment to make sure the water goes back into the recipient. We actually drilled some holes on the floor that will allow the water to drip down back into the recipient so that we have infinite water. So we drilled quite a bit of holes, like maybe like 10. So pretty straightforward. Just make sure you have the tool with you if you haven't done it or tested it at the home. With the hole done, it's time to give another test. So we just start the pump by connecting the electricity, and then we will see the shower head with the water going through, which is not bad, going back to the floor, and on this hole it will be going back into the recipient. And there you go, you have infinite shower. Let's do a final check. No water on the floor, looks good, but we had a small adjustment to do. Make sure you tell your wife before doing it. So we draw more hole to make sure it's re-dripped inside it, even at the corners. We found a few features. We had a small bench for the feet. The soap we used was actually fitting perfectly. It had a handle curved so that it was holding by the pole. Really awesome. And this is how the shower looks like. I mean, the pressure is not that bad. So that was the shower that we did for the SUV. Nice pressure, infinite water, as we said. We're reconnecting the water, so we were able to take like 4 showers with the same amount of water taken. Taking a shower outside at our free campsite is just amazing. At least you don't need to rely on anyone else or a campground, to take a shower if you need one. So this is the shower. Stay tuned. We will be creating more content about our SUV conversion, fitting 5 people. Well, I'm not sure if I should say 5 or 4, because the 5th one is a cat, Tony. Please don't forget to subscribe. That will help to provide more content for you and maybe your SUV conversion. I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, this is how the water looks like when it's getting back into it, so that we have constant water flow while we are showering. Enjoy and see you next time.